guys, so today's video is, I say today's video like I do a video on a set day, but I literally haven't done one in a month. But today I'm doing a chatty video because I want to talk about some things, because it is mental health month this month, and I wanted to talk about that because there's some stuff frustrating me, and at the moment one of our head of houses is doing a talk on Tuesday about mental health, and it's kind of pissing me off because every time I've been to see him about mental health, you know, he's pissed me off essentially. Like, he doesn't give the right advice is what I'm saying. So I think I'm either gonna go and see him or email him and set things straight, because I really don't want him to give a talk to the rest of the school and it to be absolute bullshit and give people the wrong insight. So yeah, here I go. I'm also doing my makeup while I'm sat in the car. I've got like, this is coming stupid. I've got a bag from New Look. No, from Superdrug. I got it free with one of my orders. It says, with great brows comes great responsibility. So I'm gonna do all my makeup. Yes, I bought a lot of makeup with me today, but at the moment I'm quite anxious, so I tend to sit in the car when I don't have a lesson. And I've been doing revision, just so you know. Let me show you. I've been making essay plans for English. Yeah, so I'm gonna take half an hour or so to do my makeup, and yeah, I got some new stuff as well, so I'm going to show you guys that. So first things first, I got this Revlon, can you even see that? Can you focus? Focus! Okay, it's not going to focus. But I got the Revlon Colour Stay makeup. It doesn't even say foundation. I find that so weird when products like makeup, it's like, that is a broad spectrum. But yes, this is foundation. And I specifically got this one because some foundations, like some brands will only do a line of foundation and it will just say on the back, good for oily skin or whatever. But this one, they had a whole range of foundations for different skin types, and my skin is normal to dry. So these parts of my face, cheeks, are normal, and then my nose and my chin are constantly peeling, and it's not like I'm out in the sun a lot. I live in England. It is not like that. I always use moisturizer. Yeah, I literally have to exfoliate every day because I have skin peeling off of my nose. So yeah, I've got a normal to dry foundation. So I'm hoping, and I got it in the palest shade, so I'm hoping it'll match. That looks like it does not match right now. But we're going to work with it because this cost me £12. And for me, that's quite a bit, because I normally spend like £10 on my foundation because I get the Loreal, this isn't it, this is the primer, but I normally get the Loreal Infallible foundation, which is in this bag somewhere along, oh, here she is. I normally get this one, but this one says it's for, it says high coverage, and it's a matte finish. It doesn't say what it's for actually. I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't really know, to be honest, to be fair. I have no idea, but I normally get the porcelain shades, and these do not match. Oh my god, they're so different. I hope this goes okay. I also picked up this, I don't know what it's called, Soap and Glory. It's just called Archery. I don't know if you can see that very well. It says it's a 2-in-1 brow sculpting crayon and setting gel, and I've been messing with this. I haven't actually used it on my eyebrows, but yesterday I did like swatches on my hand, and I got it in the shade Brownie Points because that was the only one there, but it is the same shade as my brows. It's like a dark brown, but yeah, basically it comes in this little component thing, and this end you get a little brow thing. I mean, you can't really see, but it's, come on, can you see that? I don't know, it's not gonna focus, but it's a triangle, the end of it, so I'm gonna see how that works, because I normally like a fine line so I can draw the hairs, but a triangle, I mean, I guess you can use the pointy end to do the lines. But yeah, and then this end you get like a little brow gel, which I think is really innovative. Is that the word? Innovative? innovative, I don't know. But yes, I'm using these two today. I did get something else. Oh, I got a new powder because my collection one's running out, and I also picked up this L'Oreal Paris Colour Riche single eyeshadow because in the shade Nude 206, because this is one of the colours that I always use. I've been using for ages this champagne colour out my Sleek palette, but it's not ran out yet, like there's still some in there, but it's such a nightmare to try and like get product out of the pan when your brush has like nowhere to go. So I got a giant one, which is, oh my god, I'm gonna swatch this for you because it's so creamy. Like, I'm just gonna, ooh, like I reckon I could use that as a highlighter. It's so like good. And one finger stroke you can get like, I don't know if you can see now, but like there's 3 swatches on the back of my hand. Like you get a lot of product in there. And I've been swatching that galore. Like my boyfriend came around and I was like, oh my god, look at this, and I showed my mum and everything, and there's still tons in there. Like I've not used it all yet, which is the problem with some eyeshadows. Like you literally swatch it and you're like, oh my god, I've hit pan, what the fuck. Like yeah, so I'm gonna do my makeup and talk some shit about shit. Okay guys, I'm not being funny or anything, but look at this coverage. Oh, I chose the wrong shade. Okay, oh well, I'm gonna try and blend it in. Since when have I ever not been the palest shade? I've always been the palest shade. Fuck. There's cars in this car park, obviously. But I'm really conscious that people can like hear me talking. I know they can't because there's no one in the cars next to me or whatever, but I just feel conscious. Oh my god, the coverage on this. I'm so impressed. It is going a bit streaky with this brush, but I know once I blend it all it'll look fine. But oh my god, I am so impressed, you know? Yeah, there's kids walking past now, so I'm gonna finish my foundation. Okay, so I complained about the coverage, but it does match my neck now. My face does match my neck, so I mean, yeah. And also, if you're wondering, because like in all my older videos, there's literally kids staring at me right now. I say older videos, but like my past videos, I've always been using a beauty blender, but I saw Loreal using her Morphe Y6 brush, and I thought, this looks quite similar, and I've been using it, and I actually freaking love it. And this is for foundation, so I don't know why I haven't been using it, but like I've had it for ages, and I just never used it because I'm stupid. But yeah, like sod the beauty blender, this looks sick. Okay, so I'm sorry if you can't see me, but this isn't a makeup tutorial, so leave me alone, okay? I was gonna swear them, but then I feel like, I mean, I don't know who watches my videos, and I mean the stats, like on my stats page say like, oh, you're all like adults to teens, but I worry. So yeah, I wanted to talk about school at the moment and how they're being very uncooperative. And I'm not going to mention names of teachers or anything or what school I go to because I don't want to get myself into any trouble. Like, I don't care if the teacher that's been horrible to me gets the sack because I genuinely don't like them, but I don't want to get myself into trouble and jeopardize my education when I've only got 2 weeks until my A-level exams. So I don't want to like cock things up for myself now, but I figured now is a good time to talk about it, if you get me. Before I continue though, can we just take a minute to look at these brows? Like, wow, that is sick. So yeah, throughout my whole entire school life, I've been going to the doctors, seeing teachers, not teachers, but like house mentors, I think that's what we call them over here. In America, I think they're literally called school counselors, but over here they're house mentors. I don't know why, because they mentor fuck all. But I was in and out of their offices, not wanting to go to my lessons. My mum would literally like not throw me into school, like, because my mum's bloody lovely, but she'd like desperately try and get me to turn up to school. Like, she'd walk me in when she had places to be herself. and the minute my mum was gone, the teacher would be like, right, off to your lesson. And because I was so anxious, I would never like argue with a teacher, and I would never say, oh, you know, I don't feel good enough to go to a lesson. So I'd just go and feel really shitty. And this was like back in like year 8 and 9 maybe, so I was like 13, and like, no, I would have been like 12, I don't know. I don't know what the grades are in America either, so I'm not even going to try and convert. I'll just give you my age. But they were quite uncooperative and they didn't really understand. They thought, oh, I was just an anxious teenager. And it wasn't until I actually got my like proper diagnosis when, and I mean that was like a month ago, that they actually updated my like, I think it's called a healthcare plan, and they sorted all that out for me. But talking more recently, I had been like not wanting to go to my lessons because I felt shit, but now like being where I am like emotionally, I feel fine to go to my lessons. I'm happier when I'm in lessons because I know that I don't necessarily have to talk to people. I can just sit and get on with my work and then bugger off at the end of the day. But I've gone to see my head of year, head of the sixth one that I actually go to, and I spoke to him and he was like, look, you just need to come into school with an attendance that though, you can't go to prom, things like this, like not even trying to be positive towards me, which is like the best thing you can do when you've got someone that's in a shitty place, because when you're even more negative to them, it just like spurs them on and they like won't get out of that mood if you treat them that way. But he did absolutely sod all. So I went to see my, and I hate saying this, I went to see my psychiatrist, and he said that he was going to write the school a letter complaining and saying how I need to be treated better, because at the moment the school I go to, my mum is the school nurse, so she's like legally, I don't know if it's a legal thing, but the school just won't let her, she's not allowed to like tamper or change my files, so she doesn't have the ability to write on my file, oh, Ella has depression, Ella has chronic fatigue, Ella has anxiety. She's not allowed to do that. So I was pretty much stumped. None of the heads of houses were like wanting to put it on my file. I think, like, I'm not saying this is what it was, but I feel like they were embarrassed to have a student at that school that had mental health issues. And now this individual that was quite, you know, dismissive of me and my problems is doing a talk on mental health. I just feel like, how do you have any like grounds to base your talk on? Like, you've been so shitty to me, and to be honest, I don't care if you've experienced it yourself. Surely if you had experienced it yourself, you wouldn't be treating other sufferers the same, like in such a shitty way. Like, I just think it's awful. And yeah, they're not letting me go to prom at the moment because, and I don't know how to put this in one sentence because I've tried to and it doesn't make sense, but their like rules for not letting, their reasons, sorry, for not letting me go to prom is that if I were ill with the flu and I was off school for 3 weeks, if I was in hospital on antibiotics or whatever for 3 weeks, then that wouldn't lower my attendance. They'd like log that on and it would be like void. Whereas if I'm off for 3 days feeling really anxious, like I can't leave my room or my house or I don't want to talk to anyone, then that's straight like knocked off of my attendance. And I think mine now is on like 70% or something, and literally a week ago it was on like 92, which is, you're allowed to go to prom if it's above 90. So I'm really pissed about that because it's my last prom, like, and I've made so many more genuine friends at sixth form than I did in secondary school. But this is even more important to me because I've got a close group of friends and I've got the people that I love and hold dear to me, and they're not letting me go. But luckily my friends are being supportive and they've planned to like hang out with me, and my boyfriend's gonna cook us a meal and he said I can dress up on the evening and we can have our own like prom dinner to ourselves. So I'm not like gutted, but I'm just pissed off that that's how the school treat people like me. And I mean, I don't know of any other people in my year that have the same issues or are on antidepressants or whatever, because my mum's a school nurse, but obviously legally she's not allowed to tell me any of that because, you know, it breaches people's privacy and she would lose her job, so she doesn't tell me any of that. But I'm like, surely there are other people that are suffering, and if so, like, are they allowed to go to prom? Like, I don't know if it's just me or if, like, my head of year is actually an asshole. I just dropped banana in my makeup bag. I'll be right back. Another thing I want to talk about as well, and I'm really sorry if you can see this, but I'm using a car mirror to do my makeup because I brought all my makeup with me, and like literally none of my pants have mirrors in, so I'm screwed. L'Oreal Paris UK blocked me, and I'm gutted because I literally use all their products. Basically, and damn it, I left the one foundation that I had a problem with at home. Basically, I tweeted them asking them why my foundation that I bought smelled like, I don't want to be gross, but it smelled like cat pee. It smelled like really sour and chemically, and like, you know, in some hair dye, well, most hair dye, it'll have like ammonia in it, like bleach hair dye. It smelled like that, and I was like, god dang it, like I've used it twice and I really don't like the idea of having whatever's in that on my face. Like, I've looked at the ingredients and there's no cat pee in there or any ammonia, but like it smells so strong, and half the chemicals in it, I don't know what they are, and it just terrifies me, and the smell puts me off even more. So I'm kind of skeptical and like not wanting to use it, and I'm gutted because it's their Lumi cushion and it cost me 15 quid. And yeah, so I tweeted them like, why does it smell this way? And they got my tweet deleted somehow, because every time I tweeted at them, like it was gone off my page within 10 minutes. So I screenshotted them and I sent them like the screenshots, like, I know you deleted my tweets, and I'm not normally like a bitchy person, but like it pissed me off because like, if you're gonna put out a dodgy product, then at least own up to it and like sort your customer out. Like, I don't know, send her a new one, send her one that doesn't smell like cat pee, make up for it. Like, that cost me a lot of money, and I haven't actually tried to return it to Boots or anything because like I've used it and I don't know if they'll accept that. Like, I've never had to return a product before. I know, shock horror, but yeah, I've never had to return a product, so this is like a scary thing for me. I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to like be a bitch about it either, but they were like, they blocked me because I complained about a product. Like, if that's how you're going to treat your customers, then you need to rethink. I feel like Jeffree Star the other week when he was moaning about Too Faced. This is like no way on the same level, but still annoying. And they've managed to piss me off, so congrats, because I'm quite like a chill person. Like, I don't get pissed off that easily. And then, yeah, so anyone have any advice, let me know, because I want a decent foundation. I actually really liked it because it was like, it wasn't full coverage, but it was like dewy and nice. You could still see like some of my freckles underneath, which I liked, but it still covered like blemishes and stuff. Spots, if you wanna speak that way. But yeah, I was just a bit like annoyed, and I've put way too much bronzer on. Congrats, Ella May makeup. Congrats. Ella may not put on makeup anymore because she does shit makeup. But seriously, I don't know if you can see this. I love these eyebrows. It's so much quicker and easier than using my NYX or NYX pomade, and it gives you like a really decent finish. And the pomade is cheaper because I think that brow pencil was £10, around that mark, maybe 11, maybe 12, but it definitely was under £12. I'm sorry guys, look at my spot. Ew. I finished my makeup and I went to a lesson, and now I'm back. I just want to like rant basically. I don't know, I'm in one of these moods where like everything's getting to me, and this whole talk thing is pissing me off, because how can someone do a talk when this on mental health when they're so like opposed to it as a illness? And L'Oreal Paris, I was watching my clips back earlier and I said L'Oreal Paris UK, Paris in the UK, great one Ella, fucking perfect. But yeah. Oh, let's cover my spot. Let's do some cute poses. Ooh, thumbnail. Yes! Right, I don't know what I'm doing.